books in the SEC tournament, and unfortunately, your Tigers have fallen to the Vanderbilt Commodores by the score of 4-6. We're going to very briefly break this game down and obviously talk about some of the things that you want to mention. All that coming up on this post-game reaction for Auburn versus Vanderbilt in the SEC tournament. War Eagle Auburn family, War Eagle E2C Network family, thank you so much for joining us on another very late live stream. 2 nights in a row of doing it this late. And I feel like this is almost the exact time as last night. Another post-game stream during the SEC tournament. We've committed to you guys as far as we can manage to do a post-game stream after every postseason game that we can. And we're following through with that by talking about a loss. We won't spend a lot of time on this tonight because, as you can imagine, there's not a lot of energy to discuss such things. But we want to at least give you some information to go off of, to have about this game if you chose to go to bed. And I don't blame you. But as we often say here, you should never count out this team. Don't turn the TV off on this baseball team. They made it a little bit interesting right there at the end of the game with a 2-run bomb from Bryson Ware. More on that in just a second. But we want to give you at least a little bit of that. A couple things that you can do for me as we go through the stream here, especially if you're watching live, but even on the replay. Please post where you're watching from, your city, your state. If you're international, you can do that too with a War Eagle. Always very helpful to know who's watching, even if it's on the replay. And throughout the stream here, for however long we go, please share your thoughts about the game tonight. Things that stuck out to you, things that you liked, things you didn't. I got a few things that I want to bring up myself throughout this, and we'll kind of walk through the stat sheet a little bit too. One thing that I do want to congratulate, it's probably a little early to congratulate, but just the fact of Bryson Ware tying the single season home run record for Auburn baseball tonight with that blast in the 9th inning. So congratulations to him for etching himself in history already as matching that total with at least one more game in the SEC tournament and at least 2, 3. I think you're guaranteed 2. You're guaranteed 2 games in regional play. You would think he's got good odds to break that, but congratulations to Bryson Ware. Another Bryce bomb or Beware bomb goes off in the 9th inning for him tonight. Thank you so much. A few of you checking in. Tough night, but tomorrow is all Auburn. It's going to be an interesting matchup. We do want to mention that in a little bit here. Auburn versus Alabama coming up tomorrow at a much earlier time. How early, we don't know yet because we will be the second game of the night. In fact, let's go ahead and bring that forward for you on the screen. I'm going to actually bring it up a little bit larger and put me down in the bottom. Let's go ahead and review that so you know what's coming up. So since Auburn has lost in double elimination bracket play, they move into the proverbial losers bracket and will play the loser of game 7, which was Alabama, in embarrassing fashion. And the winner of that will come back on the next day and take on the loser of the Florida and Vanderbilt matchup. So we may get a crack at Vanderbilt again if Florida plays up to their potential and we are able to beat Alabama. Obviously, nothing's given. We have to go out there and take it. But that's what you can look forward to next. A little different from last night where we talked about we're at least guaranteed 2 more games. You are no longer guaranteed 2 more games. You are merely guaranteed the next one. So we will keep our focus on that one for now, but at least you know what the path looks like for Auburn going forward. Let's refocus back in on this game a little bit tonight about what maybe stuck out, some things that you maybe want to know about. Auburn struck first tonight on a Cole Foster bomb again out to the woods out there. I don't know what those trees said about his mama, but he is just blasting shots out there into right field, into the woods, essentially. He got us started. Vanderbilt answered right back. We answered right back in the third, 2-2 for a lot of the game. And then finally, Vanderbilt just started chipping and chipping away. And really tonight, even before the 2-run bomb by Bryson in the 9th inning, in my eyes, this game, the 2-6 match, the differential that kind of was resulting at that before that point, was not indicative of how the game was played. This played out at kind of exactly how I thought. We were getting their ace. We were kind of on our, I don't want to call it our second string. That's not a good way to say it. Our ace we used last night. So you would kind of expect maybe they would have a leg up. They're the higher seed. It kind of went how I thought it would for the most part. I thought Auburn would have a really good chance to win it overall, but obviously not the case tonight. Connor checking back in. Good to see you, our friend from Corvallis. If Bradfield was still with Vandy, and boy, was he. Yeah, he he tore us up a little bit, didn't he? So when you couple that, and you couple the bats not being as hot as they were last night, it's still a little bit hot at times, and the pitching that came from Vanderbilt tonight, whew, man, we got ourselves into trouble there tonight. All the walks tonight, we beat ourselves. And so that's the thing that I think Auburn fans need to take away from this tonight is the fact that you were in this game with the number 4 overall seed in the SEC tournament. And it's been a very competitive league this year, even with the top group kind of interchanging a lot of the time between LSU, Vanderbilt, Vandy, and who's the other one I'm blanking on, right? Arkansas. That's been interchanging a lot. So you really don't know, I think, who truly is the best one in the SEC right now. And Auburn still has a crack at saying that they can be part of that. Just got to do the long work now and win tomorrow against Alabama. Some notes from this night. Chase Alsop did get the start as we predicted last night. He went 5 innings, allowing 3 runs. So unfortunately, not his best stuff to start off the night. But I think at one point, Auburn posted that he had sat down 12 of 13 batters, which is really impressive. So to start not so great, kind of lock it down, and then got into a little bit of trouble there. Armstrong came in a little bit later and did a couple innings for us, and Drew Nelson finished off the game for us there. I kind of in the back of my mind thought Drew Nelson would be the starter tomorrow for whatever reason, and obviously that's not going to be the case now. The all blue jerseys were quite clean. You like those? You like those ones? I think we have a lot of great uniform combinations. You need to know, Connor, our friend Clint Richardson of the Auburn Uniform Database. He's does a good job of curating the Auburn aesthetic. So go check him out if you haven't. So we went through the pitching. Chase also, unfortunately, tonight does not. He gets the loss and is 1 for 2 on the year. Don't know who will start tomorrow. As I addressed, we've really kind of already talked about the most exciting parts, except for one thing of the offense tonight, the Bryce bomb tying the single season run record in the bottom of the 9th, making it a little bit scary for Vanderbilt at the end. Cole Foster getting started off with that bomb back out into the woods again. And then Chris Stanfield also getting into the mix tonight, 1 for 4 with his bomb into, was it left center tonight, and also made a diving Superman style catch. So between those 3 guys, those are your highlights really tonight. So your guys who got hits: Chris Stanfield, Cole Foster, Bryson Ware, Ike Irish, which that's just not a shock, but nobody else gets a hit tonight. And I'm trying to see if anybody else. Bobby Pierce got on base and Cole McMurray got on base with a walk. So not a lot of opportunities for Auburn to take advantage of tonight. Mesmerizing the uniforms were. I don't know that I like the blue ones as much as I like the orange ones, but the blue ones are pretty cool. It was because he went too fast and slipped off the bag and he got tagged, but still an accomplishment. Oh, you're talking about when the guy slid off the bag. Yeah. He was very fast, but you got to hang on to the bag there. It was almost a controversial call there. It looks like we've got a Bama fan in the comments. The last 3 games today were amazing. The SEC is the best conference, no doubt, but Auburn and Bama played great tonight, and I'm ready for another classic with y'all tomorrow. Iron Bowl of baseball, it is, my friend. So that's a great transition, Ladarius. So let's use that to talk about this. Obviously, we know how this has shook out this season. Alabama won the series in the season. And obviously, Auburn would like an opportunity to even the score, so to speak, in terms of record on the year. So we will get that opportunity tomorrow. First game is played at 9, I think is what it was listed at. Let's pull that back up for just a second here since we're talking about it. It looks like that game will be the game before, so we'll play at 9:30 a.m., 10:30 Central Time. So 3-hour usually ball game. So you can expect probably a 12:30 Central Time start. Hopefully, if it doesn't go into extra innings. So we'll look forward to that. Elimination game tomorrow, much earlier, midday. Look for us. I think after 2 straight nights in a row, we'll all appreciate getting to not having to stay up as late as this one. Although I kind of enjoy this, to be honest with you. I'm a night owl. Condors Beavers lost to Arizona today. Oh no. We're rooting for you since you tend to root for us here. Yeah, Connor, you gotta know the lingo here if you're going to be here with the RTRs. Ladarius knows though, but he seems to be one of the good ones out there, so we appreciate him being here. So I don't know who will start tomorrow on the mound. Here's what I do know based off tonight. We cannot give them opportunities, as we did Vanderbilt tonight, to just have easy people on base. A lot of walks tonight, just letting people get on base and stay on base. And then that puts them in scoring position, and you know the rest. Auburn's got the offense. We know it does, even on tonight where it was a little bit pedestrian by their standards, still can at any moment pop off. So offense has got to support what will probably be, in my mind, a pitcher by committee day tomorrow. That's typically how it's gone in a 3-game series. I would expect, in my mind, that if we can get past tomorrow, you would see Tommy Vale come back for that 4th game. But that is not even really should be our focus right now, but that's just my anticipation for what's going to happen tomorrow. Something else to point out, Bobby Pierce has been struggling a little bit from the plate. A lot of people were pointing that out tonight and just feel like he's just raring to get going. So I feel like if we can get a guy like Bobby Pierce going tomorrow, it'd be bad news for the Crimson Tide. How y'all honestly feel about the Alabama interim coach? I feel like he deserves this job. I don't know enough about him, so I don't know enough to comment on that, but I wouldn't bet on a lot of success. Just kidding. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that game tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Iron Bowl. And so think about this, folks, especially for people like Connor, maybe who tuned into this tournament is played in Hoover, Alabama, which is Birmingham, Alabama. Essentially, it's a suburb of Birmingham. And that is smack dab between the campuses of Tuscaloosa and Auburn, Alabama, 2 arch rivals meeting in Birmingham. It doesn't get much better than that. It's going to be fun tomorrow, as Ladarius said a little while ago. If you got any other comments, questions, derogatory rebuttals, go ahead and start posting them now. I'm going to go through towards the end spiel real quick here, but I don't want to miss anything that we didn't need to talk about tonight. So post that right now. If you can. As a reminder, tomorrow we will be going live again right after the game. So if the game is hopefully starting by 1:30 Eastern time, probably around 4:30, probably going to be 5:30 the way things have gone with the schedule thus far. So don't miss that tomorrow night. Auburn versus Alabama. Ladarius, I want to see you back here, sir, for our post-game reaction show. Win or lose. If you can, please do subscribe. We are on our journey to 4,000 subscribers, and we'll be doing a giveaway once we reach there. So help us reach that if you can. You could be a channel member for $1 a month here. You could also be a Booster Club member for $1 a month here to help support us keep the lights on. There are other ways in the description links to help keep the lights on here, but we appreciate you just being here, hanging out with us, spending some time being part of our little family within the Auburn family. And you can always smash the like button. Gracie, with a little bit of hyperbole and maybe lofty expectations. Auburn's capable that I wouldn't expect it though. And Ladarius says he's still hurt over the Florida game. I would be too. That was a tough way to lose that one today. Devin, that strike zone was a little inconsistent to say the least tonight. Yeah, I mean, look, there are always going to be reasons for us to find fault in other of ourselves. I know you're not saying that, but really tonight, you said it earlier too, Devin, it comes down to us giving them opportunities with people on base to cash in. Walks really is what it amounts to. The Bama and Auburn fans sitting next to each other was funny. The commentator said, I wonder if they carpooled. It's probably likely, to be honest with you. Let's see here. Not having Christian H hurts Auburn in this tour. He was Herbaholtz, I guess is who you're saying. He was healthy. If he was healthy, Auburn beats Vandy and is in the winner's bracket. Auburn beats Alabama tomorrow, and that gets them to host a regional. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of conversations when this ends, if that is tomorrow, about that. So I'm going to save that commentary for now, but I don't necessarily know that we're not already going to be one of those. Save Christian for the regionals. Yeah, that you definitely would want to. Miss Crotchfeld, one of our moms for our players. I have faith in this team. People consistently count these guys out, and I feel a Coop nuke coming tomorrow. You have heard it here first, folks. Love it. When Coop blasts one into, you know what? I'm going to take it a step further, Angela. He's going to blast it to right center. Calling it just to the left of the trees that for whatever reason, Cole Foster has something against so far in this tournament. So I love it. A Coop nuke is what she's calling tomorrow. But excited still, even though we're talking about a loss tonight. Yeah, we won 9 in a row. So the streak was broke tonight. So it's a little bit sad. Winning last night sealed up us hosting a regional. I don't know that I feel comfortable saying it sealed up. I feel like that helped. I think a win tomorrow seals it up, in my opinion. Maybe that's just me being a little bit overly cautious. I don't know. But anyway. All right, rounding out our thoughts tonight. Auburn loses to Vanderbilt 4-6. Chase Allsup got the start tonight, but does finish with the loss. Somewhat quiet night for the offense, even with a Chris Stanfield, Cole Foster, and almost said Bobby Pierce. I hope that was the case. Bryson Warebaum, also for him, tying the single season record. So that's what we've got for you tonight. Don't miss tomorrow. Iron Bowl post-game show for baseball. It's going to be a fun one. Excited to watch it after I get some sleep, and I hope that you all will too. Smash that like button on the way out, and we appreciate you guys spending your evening with us, those of you that are live and those of you that watch this on the replay. And until we talk to you again, War Eagle.